Hey guys, what's up? Shin0555 here, coming at you with another video. And today's video is a video I've wanted to make for a while now. And I just never really could find the right way to put it into words. And that topic is why I don't like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. But I do adore games like Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess. And basically, I adore the old classic style 3D Zelda games, rather than the new style that we're getting with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And so, I have these two games, kind of as visual representations. But I think I finally found a easy way to explain what I don't like about Breath of the Wild, or that style of game. And now let me preface this because people will get in the comments being like, Breath of the Wild is the greatest game ever. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think it's a terrible game. I think it's very well made. The best way to describe it is it's probably the best open world game I've ever played. But I hate open world games. So yeah, I think the game is very good. I think it's very well made. I just don't like it for a Zelda game. And I'm glad Nintendo did the whole open world thing, but I never want to see it again. I'm fine with Tears of the Kingdom. I'm fine with Breath of the Wild being a thing. I don't they're fine, but now I hope for future Zelda games they go back to the classic style of 3D Zelda games the way they made them. I don't think they ever will, because Breath of the Wild and stuff sells so fucking well. So it's a shame we're probably never gonna get a classic 3D Zelda game again. But, I think I finally found a way to put it into words. And it's actually thanks to Ego Raptor, or Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps. Because he came up with an analogy that I really liked. And that analogy is, if you look at these games like they're amusement parks, or theme parks, the way you go about them is very different. So, the Breath of the Wild style, is you go to a theme park and you have full reign. As soon as you go through the gates, you can go on any rides you want, as many times as you want. You can skip rides if you want. You have full access to the park and you can just do whatever you want. Which sounds like a good thing, but for me, it's not. I like the classic 3D style where it's you go to the park and then you meet up with a tour guide, and that tour guide takes you through a tour of that park, basically showing you each ride one at a time, slowly opening up, and you get a very carefully curated experience when you go there with the tour guide. Yeah, you lose the freedom of being able to go wherever you want right at the start, but you do get a very nice experience. And I think that pretty much sums up my feelings towards these games. Is the fact that Breath of the Wild gives you so much freedom, right from the start. It's hard for Nintendo to create a very solid story, and that's the thing that I love most about the Zelda games is the story, the hero's adventure that you go on right from the start. And, getting the Master Swords, always a big moment. Doing the dungeons, meeting the people. All that's great. And it's I like it in a classic style Zelda, where the game designers know exactly where it is you're going to be, how it is you're going to go through and do, dungeons, go to towns. And they know where you are generally, all of the time. So they can curate and make a really solid story around that path that you need to take. Where in Breath of the Wild, they can't do that because they don't know where you are. So, and you see that in a lot of the cutscenes. I think the prime example are the Zelda flashbacks in Breath of the Wild. So, those Zelda memories, where, you go to a certain spot, there's, a glowy thing there, you step in it, and then you see a cutscene of the past where Link and Zelda were together, and and you just get a nice short little cutscene of that, which is great, But the problem with that is, like, all the cutscenes in that game have to be very, like, self-contained and not connected towards anything else because of that freedom you get in the game, because they don't know what you've already done before getting to that cutscene, you know? So they can't have, like, story elements happen somewhere and then have you miss those, and then have story elements that happen in some other place reference the things that you skipped over. So again, all the cutscenes have to be very, like, self-contained, and you see that in the dungeon design as well. And you see that in a lot of elements throughout Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and I just don't like that. I like the carefully curated storytelling that is in the classic 3D Zelda games. And I think giving that player that much freedom did take away a lot from what I enjoy from a Zelda game. And yeah, so that pretty much sums it up. That's again, I don't think Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom are necessarily a bad game. They're just games I don't like. And unfortunately, I think that's kind of the direction Zelda's gonna go from now on. We'll probably get, like, short, like, 2D spin-off games and things like that, but I think for the mainline Zelda titles going forward, it's just going to be that, like, open world. And it's just, like, it sucks, because I love Zelda so much. And now it's just, like, Nintendo's just gonna make more and more Zelda games that I don't like. Which is unfortunate. But it's not that bad. I always have games like Wind Waker, which is the best Zelda game of all time. And it should be on fucking Switch. Why the fuck is Wind Waker HD not on the goddamn Switch? Get on that, Nintendo. Jesus. But, anyway, those are my thoughts. That's kind of, all I want to say about the game. And really try my best to explain why I don't like the open world Zelda game, and I like the shorter 3D Zelda games, like Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, the more close-ended ones. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. That really helps me out. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.